Well, welcome back to Doki Doki Literature Club. The first video of 2018. It's the first video that I'm recording in 2018. The first part of this was actually recorded, finished recording like 10 minutes before it hit 12 o'clock here in Germany. Before it hit midnight, and now it's like half past midnight. It's the first of January in 2018. Happy New Year, everyone. I'm not sure when this part is going to be uploaded because, well, this is all a little bit confusing, but still, from my side, Happy New Year to you all who are watching this mess of a game, because nothing happened so far. I didn't play any further, we are still at the same spot. I only saved in between and that's about it. So we are about to give our poem to Sayori, I guess. Let's just see what happens. Oh my goodness. This is so good. I love it. I had no idea you were such a good writer. Sayori, you must be seriously overreacting. I'm not good at writing at all. I honestly have no idea what I'm doing. Well, maybe that's why. Because I have no idea what I like either. Yeesh. I'm sure Yuri's opinion has to be a little more constructive than this. Are you sure you don't like it just because I wrote it? Well, I'm sure it's part of it. I think I understand you better than a lot of other people, you know? So when I read your poem, it's not just a poem. It's an Eric poem. And that makes it feel extra special. Like I can feel your feeling in it. The feelings in it. Sayori hugs the sheet against her chest. You're so weird, Sayori. I'm really happy just that you wrote one. This just reminds me of how you're really a part of this club. Not to be mentioned the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room. Well, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise. See? It's like I said before. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? Trying new things like this for other people, that's something that only really good people do. Thanks, Sayori. I'm not sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here. Then again, I can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined. Knowing how much this means to her at all. Yeah, and I'm going to make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That will be my way of thanking you. Alright, I'm going to hold you on that then. Yay! Now you read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. Hehehe. We'll see about that. Dear sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you missed me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever, but I'm out mad. I want breakfast. Oh God. God, I need to stop laughing so much about this. Sayori, this is just a guess, but did you wait till morning to write this? No! Just a little bit. You can answer just a little bit to a yes or no question. I forgot to do it last night. Well, at least that makes me feel a little better about myself. That was me reading. Don't be mean. I still tried my best. Yeah. I didn't mean to say that it was a bad poem. It came out nice, or how should I put it? It sounds just like you. Really? Yeah. Especially the last line. I made eggs and toast. Even though you were late for school. It's bad to skip breakfast. I get all cranky. Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyways, thanks for showing me. That was so much fun. Monica's the best. Yeah. But next time, I won't forget. And I'm gonna write the best poem ever. Well, I guess I look forward to it. We have to show it. Oh, I have to show the other twos as well. Okay, so let's try Yuri then. Why not? Yuri stares at the poem. A minute passes, more than enough time for her to finish reading. Oh. Sorry. I forgot to start speaking. It's fine, don't force yourself. I'm not. I just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on. Okay. This is my first time writing a poem. This is your first time writing a poem, right? Yeah. Why do you ask? I'm just making sure. I guess that it might be after reading through it. So it's that bad? No! Did I just raise my voice? I'm so sorry. Yuri buries her face in her hands. I couldn't help but notice that it's been several minutes and we really haven't gotten anywhere. It might be taking Yuri a while to get used to new people. It's fine, I really didn't notice. What were you saying? Right, it's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate? Deliberate? I don't know. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. The stammering is completely gone and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by examples, trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little bit biased though. Biased? How? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. That's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily as if that's a rare opportunity for her. Which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Oh, holy shit. Goes under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Bathing, it must be this one. The last seeming... what? I cannot read that freak. seeming street light to have withstood the test of time, the last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe calm breathing air of the present, but living in the past. The light flickers, I flicker back. Okay. I'm sorry I have such terrible handwriting. It isn't that, but it was just very curvy. Like you are, to be exact. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. But it took you so long to... it took you a long time to read. Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. Eh? That's a relief. Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you liked it. I'll be honest, since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghost theory? Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember, the poet often expresses their own thought, feeling and experience in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolical compared to a ghost, lingering in the last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn than solemn putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive. It's nothing really. Well, it makes me happy that you think that. Just remember that it won't be long before you pick up on these things too. Yeah, maybe you're right. I guess I have to keep trying. I'm counting on you. They have to go with Monica. Okay, I have to go with Monica as well. So why not? Hi. Having a good time so far? Yeah. Good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things that things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyways, want to share your poem with me. It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know. But it's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I had Monica my poem. I like it. Really? It's a lot cuter than I expected. Oh jeez. No! It kind of makes me think of something Natsuki would write. And she's a good writer too. So take that as a compliment. If you say so. Yep. By any chance, have you read anything by Shel Silverstein? Maybe a long time ago? He's famous for telling all kinds of stories in just a few simple words. His poems can be funny, endearing, or even sad. And sometimes they're only a few lines long. They might even feel like they're written for kids, but if you think about them, They can express views of the world that would apply to anybody. I see. So you're saying that Natsuki is kind of like that? Sort of. Maybe she's not an expert, but you probably won't find much filler in her poems. They might be easy to write, but they're super challenging to get the meaning through. So I can see why it would be your kind of poem to explore. I'm sure you end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little bit biased towards their own kinds of style, but I always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. Well, it's cause I have to sound confident. It doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know. I see. Well, let's read it then. Oh, holy balls. Is it that fucking long? Oh shit. Hole in wall. It couldn't have been me. See the direction the sparkle protrudes? A noisy neighbor, an angry boyfriend. I'll never know I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I'm real blind like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retinas? Already scotched with the permanent copy of meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep, stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in, I was looking out, and he on the other side was looking in. Okay. Oh god, my hand is getting all tired. Oh, this is not good. I'm going to use the other hand then. So, what do you think? It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been put emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. That was the inspiration behind this one. Well, I'm not sure if you know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. And empathy. Epiphany. Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyways, here's Monika's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on specific points. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Are we done? Phew. I guess that's everyone. I glanced around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poem can stand up to theirs. This is literature club after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I end up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayori and Monica are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They are gingerly exchanging sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read the tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Wait, fuck, I hit my mic. Sorry. This must have sounded horrible. Thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all. But I do have a couple suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it, and Eric did too. So based on that, I gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me. I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless of course I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. And Eric liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh? I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. That's not what I... You're just... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Eric appreciates my advice more than he appreciates yours. Huh? And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Is everyone okay? Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Eric started showing up. Natsuki! Natsuki, that's... This doesn't involve you. I don't like fighting, guys. Suddenly both girls turned towards me, as if they just noticed I was standing there. Eric, she's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate the simple writing is more effective, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point of making your poems all convoluted for no reason? The meaning should jump out at the reader, not force them to have to figure it out. Let me explain that to her. Wait, there's a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way that we convey complex feelings and meanings in the most effectively. Avoiding them is not only unnecessarily limiting yourself, it's also a waste. You understand that, right? Well, how did I get dragged into this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing. But whomever I agree with, they'll probably think highly of me. Oh, fuck it, Duck. I mean, oh, fuck me. I need a second. No, I like it simple. I like it simple. I want to understand what it is. I don't want to search ages for a meaning in something because that only frustrates me. So I'm going with Natsuki. Yuri? You're really talented. Well, but Natsuki has a point. I think that I racked my brain in the attempt to back myself up. I think that conveying feelings with few words can be just as impressive as well. It lets the reader imagination take over. And Natsuki's poem did a really good job at that. Yeah! It did, didn't it? Haha! Shows how much you know. That's not... Natsuki, I think that's enough. Huh? Me? But she was so mean to me. Natsuki's voice whines. Look, what we talked about yesterday was right. Writing is a really personal thing. And sharing it can definitely be hard. It looks like we learned that today. Even small criticism can lead to something pretty heated. I glance over my shoulder. Sayori is nodding vigorously. Yeah, so you don't need to feel threatened. You're a great writer, Natsuki. Ah, Natsuki's voice gets caught in surprise. Thanks for noticing. She finally mutters that, barely audible. Yuri? Yuri looks at me dejectedly. With a face like that, I can't help but feel bad for her as well. I'm sure that Natsuki didn't mean everything she said, so you don't need to feel threatened either. Well, if you say so. Hey, it's not like you need to apologize for me. Yeesh. Natsuki takes a breath. The thing about... Natsuki glances around the room. Would everyone stop staring at me? Unsurprisingly, Natsuki has a harder time with it than she boasted. Sayori and Monika look away. Anyways, the thing about your boobs, I didn't mean it, okay? That's all. Natsuki looks away, avoiding eye contact with anyone. Yeah, you're a natural beauty, Yuri. Sayori. I'll go make some tea. I was just trying to help. I'm sure she appreciates it, Sayori. I pat Sayori on the shoulder. Well, now that we're past that, everyone read each other's poems, right? I hope that it was worthwhile for everyone. Especially for you. And to be honest, it's a nice change of pace from the lazing around we got a little too used to. So my joining the club was responsible for ruining the atmosphere? No, not at all, not at all. There's still time before we go home. So we'll all relax for a bit. Of course, besides chatting, we do literature-related things in the club room. So maybe you can take the chance to pick up a book or do some writing. After all, this is what the club is for. I disagree, Monika. Eh? About what? That's not the most important thing in the literature club. The most important thing is having fun. Of course. Well, I guess that's why you're here. Why you're the vice president, Sayori. In the end, though, Monika's right. Being in the literature club probably means I can spend all my time doing nothing. But in the end, I guess it's been worth it for so far. Okay everyone, just about time for us to leave. How did you all feel about sharing poems? It was lots of fun. Well, I'd say it was worth it. It was alright, well, mostly. Eric, how about you? Yeah, I'd say the same. It was a neat thing to talk about with everyone. Awesome. In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. And maybe you learned something from your friends too. So your poem will turn out even better. I think to myself, I did learn a little more about the kinds of poems everyone likes. With any luck, that means I can at least do a better job impressing those I want to impress. I know to myself with newfound determination. Eric, ready to walk on? Sure, let's go. Sayori beams at me. It truly has been a while since Sayori and I have spent this much time together. I can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. Sayori? About what happened earlier? What do you mean? You know, between Yuri and Natsuki. Does that kind of thing happen often? No. That's really the first time I've seen them fight like that. I promise they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you? No, I don't hate them. I just wanted your opinion, that's all. I can see why they'd make good friends with you. Yeah. You know, it's nice that I got to spend time with you in the club. But I think seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me the happiest. And I think everyone else really likes it too. That's... Every day is going to be so much fun! It looks like Sayori still hasn't caught onto the kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but does it really need to stop there? We'll just have to see what the future holds, Sayori. I pat her on the shoulder. I said that more to myself than to her, but it's easy to use Sayori as an internal monologue sometimes. Okay. Yeah, let's do this. Oh, I have to write a new poem again. Well, okay, I'm going to save the new poem part for the next episode, because I want to cut him a little bit shorter. So thank you everyone for watching this part of Doki Doki Literature Club. No, nothing big happened actually. But who knows when something actually happens? So, yeah. I'm not sure why, but I want to keep going with this. Thank you everyone for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!